I am an old sociologist, as you can see, but I will not speak mainly sociology. I will give an account of my personal experience as a carer of somebody with neurodegenerative disease. In fact, we have created an association within an area called Mont du Lyonnais, where groups of carers, family carers, are working together to try to help themselves, to help each other in this quite difficult situation. If I try to define the statutes that the medical social sector is giving to these people, I think that probably the main image is that we are poor people with a lot of difficulties and we need to be helped in our situation. In a way, the medical social sector is considering that they have to help us, and in a way to think about us, but also to think instead of us. And that is probably introducing to a kind of relation that carers not always appreciate, which means being in a domination process, a social and cultural domination process, where we are to consider that person that have to do things that the other decide for them, but not really being involved in their own situation, in their own development, in their own problems. That is probably the main thing we have to consider at the beginning of this short presentation. Just take an example. When we have created our small association in this area, I just take contact with a person who was in charge of a professional carer association, and she just tell me, what is necessary to create this association? We don't need that. We have already everything for us, for you, so you don't need everything more than what we are. A second example, if I will say it, we were with an insurance company which was also present there to see how they can contribute to support family carers, and they just start in saying, we have already the program, what you need, and in a way we need more than you need yourself about your own situation. So we don't need your advice, we are able to manage everything without your support. So that is clear that when you see this kind of behavior, when you see this position, I think there is a kind of resistance we came in front of this domination process. Resistance is the right term, but in a way we would like to exist without being only considered as the object of the activity of others. For this reason, we have created small groups in our area, which is a mountainous area, small villages, 35,000 inhabitants in the area, and 32 villages, small villages, and the basis of the sociability in this area is mainly the relation within the village. And so we have tried to create groups of carers and family carers, knowing that most of these family carers are taking care of people who have neurodegenerative diseases, which means Alzheimer or Parkinson and so on. Most of these carers are husband or wife of the people they take care of. I think that, which means in general, people with aged people, more than 70 years old as an average. So knowing that the village was the real basis of the sociability structures in the area, we have created local groups, in general people from one village or people from 2 or 3 villages working together, and that is the base. The objective of these groups is mostly, in a way, to have an existence beside all the organization we take care of us, and maybe also to be able to speak with them, to organize things with them, and not only themselves as operating on their own. The main objective we have in this group, I think first is probably to give confidence to each other, to help people to not be so isolated as they mostly think they are. And they are isolated also because in this area people like to be like every others. It's what we can say a primary socialization process where people like to be the same than the others. When you are different, it's a problem. And when you have with you somebody that people say, we don't recognize this person because he has so much change, she's not like us, and that is a problem. And so most of the spontaneous reaction is to keep away from the population, to live alone in your house. Even sometimes it's difficult with the family. So isolation is clearly something, loneliness is clearly something crucial for these people. What we can say what we can try to do with these people is mostly, as I said, try to escape from loneliness, but also discover that when we are together, we can exchange experiences. We can, from these experiences, try to go a step forward, and also to be more in a position to be what we can call expert carers, expert family carers. That means people with the knowledge of what are the situations we can face and how we can do to make our life easier. What of our key activity within these local groups of carers is also is organizing meetings, regular meetings, once a month at minimum, and where people have share meals, and then they discuss about their situation. In general, we dissociate the groups in two parts. On the one side, the carers themselves. On the other side, the people they take care of. And the people they take care of, they play, they have games, and they can occupy their time with adapted activities. And the carers, they discuss about carers' problem, which can not be always something easy to do with, in the presence of the people they take care of. We have had some problems at a time where some people coming with their wife maybe, and the wife has Alzheimer, was in difficulty, and they start saying, oh, my wife, she's unable to do anything, I am alone. And we have to explain these people that it's not the way to proceed, that you cannot say that in front of the person you are taking care of, because they need also confidence, and if you say some things, they will not be in confidence. So we have created what we can say training of carers, which are formal sessions organized twice a year with carers who accept to discuss about their experience, their limits, and so on. And when people have gone through these training programs, they are in better condition to understand which way they have to go. Besides these regular meetings, I must say that within these groups of carers, of family carers, there is also friendship which is coming, and people, they help themselves all along the week. I need somebody to take care of my wife, to do some activities beside, and that is something which comes spontaneously and in a way build a community of peers, and like kind of group of peers. That means it's only something which is based on explaining to people what are their difficulties, but also living together and supporting each other in this difficult situation. We have also taken initiative, always because people ask for them. In general, in our area, when somebody is not able to live again at home, or when it is impossible for a carer or family carer to maintain the person at home, there are big institutions, kind of hospital, if I can say that, where people are supposed to be and professionals take care of them. Most of the people, they don't like this solution. They don't like this issue. They consider that they are abandoning their wives or husband, and they would like to be part of the life, if not of their life, even if they cannot support all the burden which is behind that. A week is 160 hours. Our option was to say, if we are working together in small share house, is it not possible to find better solution than these big institutions? And we are creating a small share house in a village, and that is something which has come from the needs of our members who said we would like to try that. It exists in other countries, many in Germany, also in Sweden, also in Canada, and we try to develop this kind of approach in our region. In a way, what are the benefits of such an organization? I think first, we are considered by the local authorities as possible partners, people they can speak with. And even if I have said, but that is only a small minority of professionals which consider that they are enough to take care of this problem, and that we are more embarrassing them than being considered as partner, but that is a small minority. For most of the others, they consider now that we have a role to play in this process, and that we can even give them another view than the one they have spontaneously constructed within their professional activity. Second, I will say also there is a psychosocial benefits for the carer themselves, as I have already said, not being abandoned, but being part of a community of peers, and being then able to communicate with others and to create new social links. Probably the third is also to be considered as citizens. Family carers are not only the poor people who is alone in his house and that we have to professionals have to take care of, but they are also able to participate to their situation, even if it is not always easy.